Yo, what's up guys, I'm back going to review for this time. We have this 90 mid Eto'O. Now a lot of the leakers were actually saying it's going to be the baby, so I think a lot of people were very surprised when they saw it was a mid card come out, especially this early in FIFA, which is very weird for me. But we'll go through them. So the Eto'O card, he's 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, he's 5'10" with the high medium work rates, he's right footed, and I obviously mainly played like friendly games, but obviously I played a few champs games, and then 4 games I played champs, I got 9 goals and 0 assists. I decided to go with the Hawk Chemist style. You can go with the Hunter and stuff like that, but I'll speak more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. But I went with the Hawk just to boost that shooting, the physicals, and also that pace up a little bit more. As you can see by his alternate positions here, he can only play the centre forward and striker, which is obvious because that's what he used to play in real life. But with that being said, on stats then, so he's got the 91 pace, 91 shooting, the 82 passing, 88 dribbling, and 81 physical. So on paper, looks like a very nice well-rounded card. In the games I played, I obviously played him as a striker alongside, I think it was Baby Zola for most of the games. I played a few with Red Marnie, Red Neymar. As you see in this team, it's just a ridiculous team now. All the Reds are coming to me this year. But I played it with a lot of strikers, so he could bounce off a lot of people. As you see by the traits, he's got the outside the foot trait, the finesse trait, so the two really you want this year. So that is a very nice aspect. But I'll see more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel a lot, and I'll see you after. Peace.
Broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Baby, you can count on me now. When you're falling down, I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Leaving you alone is the hardest, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. On your own.
So on to my own thoughts about the card then. Now we kick off straight away with the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Now the 4-star skills for me is very minimum desirable. You really do need the 4-star skills, especially to do those McGee's and stuff like that. They're not really like too essential like Lacroquettes and McGee's this year, but it's always handy to have just in case. And I do count on the 5-star skills, but with that being said, the 4-star is still not bad. Now the 4-star weak for me, very good. Honestly, borderline 5-star. It's a very deadly weak foot for this card, and I really did enjoy it. Honestly, on both feet the shooting was exceptional. Now the pace for me, really good, especially this Hawk chemistry down 96, 96 I think it is, or it might be 95, I can't remember what it is, but it's genuinely really fast game, especially as he's 5'10", he takes off like a rocket. He doesn't look like it, I don't know why I've always got in his head that this mid-Eto'o is not that going to be that fast, because obviously the baby's a rocket of a card, but this one is genuinely still exceptionally fast, and he will burst for a goal when you need him to. Now for me, this is his best attributes, his shooting. He is so clinical in front of goal. As you see, 9 goals in 4 games in the Champs qualifiers for me. The 99 attack positioning with the Hawk, the 97 finishing, the shot power at nearly 99, really good attributes. And even the long shots with the +8 of the Hawk, which I do recommend. Just all these attributes like equate to a very deadly striker, and generally you're going to be very confident when you're on through on goal with him. Now the passing for me, now, it doesn't matter, like the short pass and the vision aren't necessarily bad, but I didn't actually get that many assists with him. He was mainly the goal scorer and the striker, which is going to be in your team, to be honest. He is that man to be scoring the goals rather than assisting. But with that being said, he has got the good 1-2 passing, so if you do need it and do rely on that, you can also do that. But obviously be careful of the long passes, because he's not really going to be that guy to do that over the top through balls and stuff like that. Now honestly, the agility really didn't feel like 87 for me. I actually thought it was like 90, 92 odd. This is why I feel like you don't need to boost like the engine or anything like that, because it is actually really good. Maybe because of his height, but overall the dribbling is really good. Maybe because of reactions as well. Boost it a little, because obviously the reaction to dribbling starts to keep the ball close to him, and as well as the ball control. So all of these go hand in hand together, just makes it quite close control dribbling, sorry. Now, this to me is probably his best attribute. Now, it's his composure. The composure along with the finishing just allows him to be very deadly. And this is probably why the weak foot's really good and the finishing is really good. These all like lie down to the composure. Because if you had bad composure, they would all be very bad. But overall, very good. Now, the balance for me is a little bit low along with strength. But that being said, the strength will be able to hold off some fullbacks, which is quite nice. Obviously, the big centre-backs, he's got no chance really. But with that being said, the fullbacks, he will be able to have a good battle against. So that is really nice. Now the jumping for me is actually really good on this card. So if you do want to play him as a target man, you necessarily could. He is only 5'10", so you need to take that into consideration. But with that being said, he has not got bad heading accuracy, sorry, and also got quite decent jumping. Now the stamina for me is actually really good as well. The stamina is 87 base. Now this for a striker, especially with the high medium work rates, he's generally going to be up front most of the time. You have the work rates to stay forward. So overall for that is a nice attribute as well as the traits of the outside the foot shot and also the finesse shot trait. So he generally has a lot going for this card. He really does. So on to my overall scores about the card then. Now I'll kick off straight with the pace, and I'm going to pace a 9 out of 10. Generally I feel like I'll give the baby, I'd imagine a 9.5 out of 10. I don't really think I can give the fast card in the game, because obviously you gotta have 99 pace or 98 or very fast in game. But with that being said, 9 out of 10, he's very fast, don't get me wrong, but obviously he might be outpaced by a few defenders that are absolute steamroller rapid. Now, the shooting for me. The shooting, I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10. Genuinely, for this stage in the game, you're not going to find too much better. The 4-star weak foot borderlines are 5-star. The composure is really high. The finishing is really high. The shot power is very desirable. The long shots are even really good. All in all, this is a very deadly shot. And he has a finesse shot trait and also the outside the 4-shot trait. He comes as a whole package. It's really nice. Now, the passing for me, I am going to give it 7 out of 10. It's not bad, it's not amazing. The short pass and the vision are the detrimental ones, the ones you really need. And he does have that, so that's not too bad. Now, the dribbling for me, as I talked about, honestly, didn't really feel too bad overall. I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10. It could be better, it could be like higher agility, even though it feels quite good in game. The balance, obviously, is a little bit of a low aspect about the card. And maybe a bit more actual dribbling stat and ball control. But overall, it is still really solid. That's quite a harsh rating for what it actually is in game. It's really good. Now, the physicals for me, so he's got really good stamina, which is the most important one. He also has a good jumping head accuracy and also not bad strength. So overall for this, I'm going to 8.5 out of 10. I genuinely do feel like he's a very good, especially when you put the Hawk on him, he can definitely hold off a few players, especially with that aggression as well. Just get in the ball, get in their faces, and get them off and get like a nice counter attack going. So, on overall score then. So overall for this card, I'm giving 9.4 out of 10. He's a very good card for the start of the game. I don't think he's going to be rivaling players like Mbappe yet, because I feel like Mbappe is going to be just levels with because of that 5-star skills. Generally speaking, he just is too good, that Mbappe card. But with that being said, this is a very amazing card. So, I know the SBC is out, so would I recommend you do the SBC? Now, I feel like if it's going to cost you less than 700k at the start of the game, I think it's worth doing. But other than that, I probably would say no. And if you want to get him, probably just get the tradable one. Because if you're going to be spending more than 700k, you realistically have the coins to get the mid card. So I don't recommend you getting him, because it is a lot of cards to be shedding on an untradeable card at the start of the game. I know I've said you can do Messi, but obviously 700k base, so you'll have a lot of money spare to do that Messi. But I just feel like I think it's 1.02 million right now, which is a lot of money to be putting into an untradeable SBC. I know you'll be using it for a lot of the game, but you got to weigh up the positives and negatives. If you're going to be using it for probably until like February time, I feel like you will probably do this content, you will probably enjoy it until then. But overall, I just feel like that's a lot of coins, unless you have probably like 10 million coins to be put on untradeable all at once. So overall score for that, I'm going to give it on market value, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. On SBC value, if you have the fodder, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for value for coins. But so for my views, always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally doesn't mean a lot. But I've got nothing more to say. See you next you, and peace out, guys.